Do you find yourself caught in a cycle of disorder, confusion, and never-ending problems? Does the perpetual stress at work or the sense of deteriorating relationships weigh heavily on you? If your answer is yes, then this book is for you. Here are 12 rules that will help you bring order to your life. They will assist you in freeing yourself from unnecessary complications and troubles. So let's understand each of these 12 rules one by one. 1. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. Have you ever felt defeated? Do you think life is very unfair? Do you feel crushed under the weight of problems? Perhaps at that moment you slump down in despair, lowering your head, your shoulders, and your back also bend. The author of this book, Jordan Peterson, says you shouldn't sit like this for too long. Now you might be wondering why, because this posture makes you feel even more depressed. Instead, if you stand straight, straighten your shoulders, and take deep breaths, you will feel better. Don't lower your head, keep it high, and try to smile. A proper posture and a smile increase the serotonin levels in your body. Serotonin is a happy hormone. It relaxes your nerves, helps them unwind, and also strengthens your immunity. Due to this hormone, positive thoughts come to you. Even in animals, maintaining a good posture is crucial. Having a strong body increases the chances of survival. Let's talk about lobsters. To survive in the depths of the sea, lobsters have to struggle a lot. The lobster's body has a high level of serotonin. Its body is long, straight, and strong. This is a sign of a winner. A lobster with a good posture is the winner of its area. It can easily trap its prey. It's also possible that it finds a healthy partner and gives birth to healthy offspring. A good and proper posture makes every aspect of its life better and elevates it. On the other hand, a slouched lobster is always a loser. Its body has a lower level of serotonin. It cannot survive for a long time anywhere. In such a case, it has to search for a new and different area. If it doesn't change itself, it will always remain a homeless lobster. Maybe it never finds a mate. Humans are also like lobsters in this aspect. Don't let yourself become a loser. Doors to good opportunities will only open for you when your thoughts are positive. So start standing straight without lowering your shoulders and head. Make an effort to increase the level of serotonin in your body. 2. Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. Some people immediately visit the doctor even for a minor illness. However, when prescribed medication, they do not follow it properly. Some cannot afford medicine due to financial constraints, while others are simply stubborn, thinking the illness will resolve on its own without the need for medication. They believe that they are adults and medication is only for children. Isn't it surprising that when our pets fall sick, we take such good care of them? We take them to the vet, ensure they get their medication on time, and even feed them before giving them medicine. It seems we care more about their health than our own. The same happens when a close one falls ill. We remind them to take medication on time and sometimes even prepare food for them before they take their medicine. We consistently urge them to take care of themselves. So what does this tell you? We care for others, but neglect ourselves. You must learn to love yourself as much as you do your family and pets. Start recognizing your own importance and value. Follow the doctor's advice. Make hygiene a part of your life. Include healthy food in your diet. Avoid bad habits. Fill your mind with positive thoughts. And keep learning. Keep your mind active. If you learn to control and discipline yourself, imagine how much your life will change. Your life will become organized, and the positive impact of being healthy and happy will reflect in every aspect of your life. 3. Make friends with people who want the best for you. The author of this book, Jordan, grew up in a small town. You could say that the place was quite dull and boring, especially during the cold weather when there wasn't much to do. He had a friend, Ed, who was very intelligent and smart but had become a temperamental and negative-thinking teenager. They used to party together and go for drives in town. Jordan joined college, but Ed became enslaved to drugs. He started spending time with friends who had dropped out of school or college. Jordan couldn't do much to help him. One day, Ed visited Jordan at his college apartment. Jordan welcomed him, but Ed wasn't alone. His friend Carl was with him. Seeing them, Jordan understood they were both deep into drug addiction. Carl sat down and stared at the ceiling, claiming his body was floating in the air. Finally, Jordan took Ed aside and told him to leave. Ed hesitated, perhaps only staying with Carl out of loyalty. Being around people who indulge in drugs, are lazy, and have no purpose in life is very unfortunate. But whether you want to be with such people is entirely your choice. Instead, you can choose to be around people who think positively and inspire you to progress in life. Keeping the company of good people can save you from sorrow and pain. Having a purpose in life is crucial because an empty mind is the devil's workshop. Every day brings a new opportunity for change. Leave your past behind and move forward. The company of good friends will help you find meaning in life. If you embrace these changes, hope, love, and happiness await you in the coming life. 4. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. Imagine browsing through social media and seeing posts from your friends. Some went on vacation in Europe, others got a job promotion, a few found life partners and got married, some received awards in their field, and others completed their master's degrees. Now you start comparing yourself to them, thinking about where they are enjoying life while you sit alone in your busy and messy apartment with your cat, drinking beer. You start feeling insecure and jealous. You even consider that maybe you'll die alone without achieving anything special. But this is not true at all. If you're a musician, don't compare yourself to the great Mozart. If you're a chef, don't compare yourself to Master Chef Gordon Ramsay. You have unique skills. You are different, no less than them. Accept yourself as you are. Improve your special skills. Copying others won't make you like them, and it won't create your own identity. Instead of comparing yourself to others, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Only then will you see and understand the real difference. Strive to become better every day. Keep practicing your skills and pay attention to your progress. You will truly start feeling proud of yourself. Being insecure is not a good habit. Instead of browsing social media or finding flaws in yourself, invest your time and energy in something productive. If you spend time practicing instead of postponing work to tomorrow, you can improve significantly. Keep doing what you love. Comparing yourself to others fills you with negativity. It diminishes your confidence. It starts eroding your goodness, making you a negative person. But your aim should be to make yourself a better person than you were yesterday. Then your life will be beautiful and amazing in the right sense. And to prove this, you don't need any social media posts. 5. Do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. Once Jordan witnessed an interesting scene at the airport. There was a 3-year-old child throwing tantrums loudly. The parents were ignoring him, feeling quite embarrassed but moving forward. The child was walking behind his parents, crying slowly. He was just trying to get their attention. Maybe he needed something. However, because his parents weren't paying attention, he started crying even more. Everyone around was watching them. If his parents had stopped and listened to their child once, the problem would have been solved there. The child would have stopped misbehaving and crying. If you are a parent, you must have experienced this. Children sometimes do such things because they are unaware. Teaching your child about right and wrong is your responsibility. How you treat your child will determine how others will treat them. Patient and responsible parents raise happy and disciplined children. Psychologists have found from years of research that leaving room for your child to learn and discover new things is crucial. But setting clear limits is also necessary. If you ignore when they do something wrong, your child will keep getting worse. They will never understand the difference between right and wrong. Spend time with your child. During that time, focus entirely on them. Make them realize how much you love them and how important they are to you. Only then can you prevent your child from misbehaving. Beating, scolding, or punishing them won't achieve what you desire. Instead, they will grow distant from you. Listen to your child attentively. The calmer and more responsible you are, the happier and more disciplined your child will become. Their classmates will want to be friends with them. Teachers will like them because of their polite nature. Others will treat them well. This all-around development will shape a responsible, good, and successful adult. Parenting is not an easy task. It requires a lot of patience, but you will see how much it matters to your child. Children who know that their parents love them and consider them important lead a meaningful life. They have confidence and are psychologically balanced. 6. Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. In 2012, a gunman had massacred 20 children and 6 teachers at a primary school in Connecticut. He left a note stating that humans are not worthy of living in this world, and we should return it to the animals. He also wrote that Hitler came up with a solution to solve the Jews' problem, and he too has come up with a solution. He believed that the entire human race should be eradicated, and not a single person should remain alive, as this world is filled with sins. It is no less than hell. So what difference does it make if we die? At some point in our lives, we all feel as hopeless and defeated as this gunman. We see what is happening in the world. In the news, there is war in one place, an earthquake or tsunami wreaking havoc somewhere else. Corruption and poverty have created a gloomy atmosphere everywhere. If seen in this way, the world is indeed a sad place. How you view it depends on you. Before thinking about the shortcomings and evils of the world, try to improve yourself. When you can't change yourself, how will you bring change to the world? Don't worry about things you can't control. Start changing your life. Begin by asking yourself if you are giving your best performance in your job. Do you love and respect your family? Have you tried to change your bad habits? Take the example of Anton Chekhov. His father had a habit of drinking. In a drunken state, he used to beat his children every day. Their family was poor, and they lived in a small apartment. Anton's brother turned out just like their father. But Anton worked hard. He paid attention to his studies and earned a scholarship. He didn't let his environment influence him. Keeping a positive mindset, Anton became a great example. He encouraged his brothers to change too. He changed the atmosphere and situation of his home. Moving forward, Anton became a very successful writer. Even today, his books inspire countless people. 7. Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. When we face a difficult time, our reaction towards it is natural. Feeling upset and complaining is also natural. However, doing so only exacerbates a person's troubles and difficulties. Instead, if one remains calm and controls their emotions, they might find a solution to the problem. Panicking is a sign of irresponsibility and immaturity. What is your belief system? What is the purpose of your life? You need to explore the purpose and meaning of your life. When you invest your life in achieving a goal, you will see that you have become more organized. A great purpose is the biggest difference between good and evil. The difference between a strong character and a weak character lies in this. It also differentiates between an organized and disorganized lifestyle. So what do you want to become? Batman or the Joker? Thor or Loki? Sherlock Holmes or Moriarty? It solely depends on you. 8. Tell the truth, or at least don't lie. There was a time when Jordan and his wife lived in a small apartment. There was a drunkard living next door named Dennis. He was a tall, broad man who worked as both a painter and an electrician. Despite spending all his time working, he remained intoxicated throughout the day. Dennis would sometimes consume 60 bottles of beer in just 2 days. It was surprising how, despite such excessive drinking, he could stand straight. He squandered all his money on alcohol. Whenever he ran out of money and alcohol, he would knock on Jordan's door. It didn't matter if it was 2 in the morning. He had no qualms about banging on the door. He would bring his posters, microwave, toaster, attempting to sell them to Jordan. He was willing to sell anything to buy beer. Jordan had bought some of his belongings several times, but Jordan's wife insisted that Dennis had to stop all this. Jordan was very nervous. How would he make an intoxicated man understand that this could no longer continue? Then Jordan decided to tell the truth. He straightforwardly told Dennis that he didn't want to buy anything. He explained to him that it would be in his best interest not to give him any more money. What Jordan said was the reality. He didn't play any games. For a while, Dennis stood there silently. He was trying to understand Jordan's mindset. He felt the truth and honesty in Jordan's words. Then he turned around and left. Dennis never tried to sell anything to Jordan again. They became good neighbors. Lies only create another problem. Even if it's said to maintain peace or not hurt someone's feelings, it is still a lie. Today, you might escape a problem by telling a small lie, but small lies turn into big lies. Speaking lies becomes a habit and deteriorates your thinking. But remember, the truth never remains hidden. The day it comes out, it fills our life with more difficulties and sorrow. So it's best to speak the truth directly. 9. Assume that the person you are listening to might know something that you don't. Once during a therapy session, Jordan's patient said, "I hate my wife." After that, he fell completely silent for a few seconds. Jordan was observing him closely. Then he said, "Wait, I said something too harsh. I hate her sometimes, not always. I get annoyed when she doesn't tell me what the problem is, and her silence drives me crazy. My mother used to do the same all the time. She always had some complaint, but instead of telling, she kept it to herself. She always spoke bitterly, and my father didn't like this habit at all. We were all troubled by this habit. Now when I think about it, my wife isn't as bad as my mother. Many times she has told me about her desires. I feel bad when she hides something. Maybe I'm overreacting. I don't want to become like my parents, and it has nothing to do with my wife. I need to tell her this." Jordan was listening to him the entire time. They didn't want to say anything because the patient might feel judged or discouraged, and maybe his mind would change. So they just kept listening. The patient began to realize that he was seeing his mother's image in his wife. After some time, he said again, "Thank you, doctor. I'm feeling much better now." Jordan nodded. Keeping quiet seemed like the right decision. Many people need someone to listen to them who might know something they don't. They feel very lonely. They just want to speak their minds. But there is no one to listen. If this continues for a long time, it can lead to mental illness. If you listen to such people carefully without saying anything, you can help them a lot. Convey to them that you care about them and are trying to understand their situation. This is called communicating without words. The speaker understands from your attitude whether you are listening carefully, whether you sympathize with them, whether you are trustworthy or not. Just like Dr. Jordan, you can help that person feel better, even if you don't give them any advice. Let them clear their thoughts by speaking. Often such people find a solution to their problem on their own. So just listen attentively. 10. Be precise in your speech. Billy is a little boy who saw a dragon in his room one morning. It was tiny, like a small cat. It was cute and friendly too. Billy went to his mom and said, "Mom, look, there's a dragon in my room." But his mom said, "Billy, there's nothing like a dragon." Slowly, the dragon started growing. It finished all the food in the kitchen. Soon it became as big as their house. Mom was busy cleaning the leftover food. She didn't even realize when the dragon started flying, taking their house with it. When Billy's dad came home from the office, he couldn't find his house. There was just empty land. Then a postman told him where their house went. His dad jumped into the air to catch it. He climbed on the dragon's tail and saw Billy and Mom on its back. Mom was still convinced that there was no such thing as a dragon. But Billy claimed confidently that dragons exist. Mom, at that moment, the dragon shrank and became as small as a cat again. Billy, Dad, and Mom now agreed that the size of the dragon was just like a cat, and it was better than a big dragon. Now Mom was wondering why the dragon became so big. Billy says, "Maybe it wanted to make us realize it belongs to us." This is exactly what happens when we can't identify our problem. It slowly grows bigger and worse. If you can't understand the root of a problem, you will never be able to solve it. That's why we need to speak thoughtfully. Don't say everything is wrong, but don't say nothing is wrong either. Don't exaggerate or diminish. Just say what the problem is. Once you identify the problem, you understand how to solve it. 11. Do not bother children when they are skateboarding. Jordan often saw children skateboarding in a building at Toronto University. There was a spacious area where kids practiced. They continuously performed new tricks on steel railings and stairs. On the other side of the road, there was a playground where children liked to play. However, the local government restricted children from going there. The area was sealed off from all sides. Adults believed that skateboarding was quite dangerous for children. Jordan disagreed. He believed that practicing could make children master something. Yes, it's true that children fall many times while skateboarding, and they get hurt, but they always get up and try again. If they are stopped from playing, they will never learn. Many parents are excessively protective of their children. They impose restrictions on many things for their children. They always intervene and solve the child's problems. The result is that the child becomes fearful and weak. They become dependent on their parents. They cannot make decisions on their own. Don't let this happen to your child. If your child has a disagreement with their best friend, listen carefully, but don't interfere between them. Don't handle their problem. Let them handle it. Your child will know what to do, especially when they know you are entirely on their side. This helps develop confidence in them. Instead of being dependent on someone, they learn to handle problems on their own. 12. Pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. There's a great saying, "Stop and smell the flowers," which essentially means to pause. We are all very busy, always running. None of us wants to stop. But taking a moment, slowing down our pace occasionally is crucial. If we keep running, life may go out of control. We are consistently occupied, entangled in numerous tasks and responsibilities. We don't even get the chance to stop and think, let alone take a breath. So life is about enjoying the small joys it brings. When you return home, you might see children dancing on the street, bringing a smile to your face. Or when you witness an elderly couple holding hands and walking slowly, it's impossible not to smile. Even when you spot a cat searching for food, a smile automatically appears on your face. Learn to relax. Learn to pause. You can spend a few moments petting the cat with love. Take a few moments to appreciate the beauty of nature. It's incredibly beautiful, but who has the time to stop and see it, right? Appreciate the little things you have. Take time for your loved ones. Spend time with them. Learn to take time for yourself as well. Relaxation is crucial. A little pause in life is very beneficial. If you keep working without a break, your body and mind will get exhausted. Your productivity at work and your personal relationships will deteriorate. You'll end up becoming a machine. Our lives shouldn't be excessively busy. You can bring order to every aspect of life. You just need to change your perspective. Conclusion. So you have learned about the 12 rules in this book that will make your life organized. By applying them one by one, you will feel the changes happening in your lifestyle. Firstly, cultivate the habit of standing straight without bending. Start paying attention to yourself along with others. Make friends with good people. Try to improve your skills. Notice the improvements happening within you. Become a calm and responsible parent. Eliminate your own shortcomings and faults first. Fix your home to live a meaningful life. Find your purpose in life. Always speak the truth. Giving importance to others' opinions is essential. So become a good listener. Try to understand the root cause of your problems, and then you will find the right solution. Leave your children open. Let them learn on their own. No person is making your life difficult. You are responsible for it. So you need to take control of it in your hands. Whatever happens to you is a result of your own thoughts and actions. It may be that your life is so disorganized right now that you feel you are lost in darkness. But these 12 rules will work as rays of hope for you. Start applying them in your life, and you will soon find peace and happiness. If you found value in this summary, consider subscribing to our channel for more insightful audiobook summaries. We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue this journey together towards a more enlightened and fulfilled life. Thank you for listening.